Happy evening. Welcome to Maheepathi Talks. Because of COVID-19, schools stopped working, colleges stopped working. But learning has never stopped and sharing knowledge has never stopped. We have got eminent personalities like Veeranjaneyulu who has come forward to share their knowledge. Today we are going to talk. The most important thing is that in any communication skills, when we talk about English language, phonetics, and sir is going to speak about introduction to phonetics. And it's my privilege to introduce Veeranjaneyulu sir, who has pursued his MA English, B.Ed, and he has submitted his PhD in Andhra University. He has got more than a decade of teaching experience in engineering colleges. He's more into writing and publications. He's an author. He published a grammar book on competitive exams, published 2 textbooks for engineering students, and published 4 papers in international journals. I'm glad Veeranjaneyulu sir has accepted to deliver the talk on Introduction to Phonetics. Now I invite Veeranjaneyulu sir to deliver the talk on Introduction to Phonetics on this platform. Welcome you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Very good evening to you all. I am n.Veeranjaneyulu, working as an assistant professor of English and head of the Department of English for PACE Institute of Technology and Sciences in Ongole, located in Prakasam district, Andhra Pradesh. So, firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Maheepathi Srinivasarao for inviting me as a speaker for this session. Today, I'm going to discuss introduction to phonetics. So, how phonetics is important for us and nowadays for everybody, and why we are going to learn phonetics, and what are the main components that we need to learn in phonetics. That I'm going to discuss in today's class. So. So before going through the topic, firstly I would like to tell you why this phonetics is necessary for us to learn and why it is prescribed. Going to learn this phonetics. That this a few words I will tell you about that. Firstly, as we are Indian people, so we are using English as a second language, and so see when it comes to English. So firstly, we are using British English, and we are using the pronunciation which is created by Indian people only. So, and because here we are using British English, and this phonetics deals with pronunciation. So here we say that phonetics is a branch of language, a branch of linguistics through which we are going to learn the native pronunciation of British English. So firstly, we need to know that we are Indian people, and we are using British English, and we are not using anywhere the native pronunciation of British English. We are using the pronunciation that is created by Indian people. And whenever we go abroad and whenever we go to talk to the other country people, so what we speak, even though we are very good at English language here in India, when we go and talk to those people, most of the people, and what we say, they cannot understand our pronunciation, and we cannot understand their pronunciation. So in order to remove this problem that we are facing with the pronunciation, this phonetics is introduced, and that phonetics is prescribed to learn the foreign pronunciation. It means British pronunciation, so that the problem that we are facing in pronouncing the language, so the words in English language, and that can be removed by getting pronunciation only. So that here, to learn the pronunciation, this phonetics plays an important role. So through this phonetics only, it's possible for us to learn the pronunciation of English language, because we speak differently, foreigners speak differently. So when it comes to this pronunciation problem, mainly this plays very important role, and this phonetics helps us in learning the pronunciation of native pronunciation of British English. So firstly, let us see what the things that we have here in phonetics. So phonetics means scientific study of speech sounds. Scientific study means phonetics language. Every sound should be pronounced very clearly. So that is called phonetics, and that is production, transmission, and reception of the sounds of human speech. And there are 26 letters of alphabet, because in English language we have 26 letters of alphabet. Letters, they are called letters, they are not sounds, but 44 sounds are there corresponding to those 26 letters of alphabet, English alphabet. So 44 sounds are there. So we need to follow these 44 sounds which are there in phonetics in order to learn, and in order to learn the pronunciation, to overcome the problem that we are facing with the pronunciation of English language. So these 44 sounds are there. These 44 sounds have been divided into two types, mainly consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Here there are two types of sounds, consonant sounds and vowel sounds. So let us talk about this consonants and vowels. What is a consonant sound and what is a vowel sound first? Let me explain you briefly about consonants and vowel sounds. Firstly, many people in colleges will see, if we ask the students, because even though they have been studying in English medium since the beginning, so if we ask them what is a difference between a consonant sound and a vowel sound, so they may not answer. They may fail in answering to the questions, because they know consonants, vowels, but they do not know the difference and variation between consonant and vowel sounds, we can say. So here, consonants, when it comes to consonant sounds sounds which are produced by getting obstructions of the articulators. Articulators means what we call speech organs are called articulators. So sounds which are produced by getting obstructions of the articulators are called consonant sounds. So for example, if you take in phonetics, we have a sound like pa sound, pa, pa. Pa sound is there. When you pronounce this pa sound, so that obstruction occurs at our lips. So then that obstruction, all consonant sounds, they are produced by getting obstructions only, so that they are known as consonants. So when it comes to vowel sounds which are produced in free flow of air without getting any obstructions of the articulators are called vowel sounds. When you say, because we have a sound like E in phonetics, when you call it like when you pronounce E, so the air is released freely and we pronounce it very freely when compared to this consonant sounds we get. So consonants are produced by obstructions and vowels are produced without any obstructions. So air is released very freely while you produce this vowel sounds. So that is the difference between consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Therefore, we call it as consonant sound and we call it flow of air, whereas articulators. That is the variation that we have between these consonants and vowel sounds. Now let us see the division of this sounds. 44 sounds are there. Out of these 44 sounds, 24 are consonant sounds and 20 are vowel sounds. 24 are consonant sounds and 20 are vowel sounds. Out of the 20 vowels, again there is a division. There is a division among vowel sounds. Out of 20 vowel sounds, 12 are pure vowels, or they are also called monophthongs, and 8 are diphthongs, we can say that. So totally 44 sounds are there. Out of the 44 sounds, 24 sounds are called consonants and 20 sounds are called vowel sounds. And out of these 20 vowels, 12 are pure vowels, and their pure vowels are also known as monophthongs, and 8 are diphthongs, we can say that. So and in order to produce these 44 sounds, because the speech organs play very important role. When we talk about the speech organs in pronunciation, when it comes to pronunciation part of English language, so the speech organs play very important role in producing the sounds of English language, we can say that. So there are some these speech organs are very, very important in producing the sounds, in articulating the sounds. These are very, very important. So the main important things speech organs are that lips are important, teeth ridge, Teeth ridge is also known as alveolar ridge, we can say. Hard palate, that is called roof of the mouth. And soft palate is known as velum. And uvula in the sense in Telugu, we can call it is Kwandanaluka. So that is called uvula. And windpipe, that is known as trachea. Vocal cords, that's known as glottis. And the tongue. And the tongue has been divided into 5 parts. So, tip of the tongue, blade of the tongue, front of the tongue, middle of the tongue, and back of the tongue. So these are very important speech organs in producing the sounds and in pronouncing the sounds, we can say that. So, and this is the diagram of the speech organs diagram. So here, as I explained you everything previously, so these are all they are shown on this diagram. So we can see clearly whatever the speech organs that we have. So now let us go to this classification of consonant sounds. So firstly, what is a consonant sound? So I already explained you at the beginning that the sound which is produced by getting obstructions of the articulators is called a consonant sound. So all 24 consonants, whenever we produce these 24 consonant sounds, so each and every consonant sound is produced by obstructions only, without air obstruction. When we release the sound, the air is obstructed somewhere in our mouth, we can say that. So that's why they are called consonant sounds. So whereas when it comes to vowel, the air is released freely, so that it is known as a vowel sound, we can say. So when it comes to this classification of consonant sounds, so the consonant sounds have been classified into 2 types, like place of articulation and manner of articulation. So here, articulation in the sense occurrence, we can say that occurrence. Articulation means occurrence. So place of articulation, firstly, let us see what is the place of articulation. So place of articulation refers to the place where the sounds are articulated. So I would like to tell you one thing, that all the speech organs are known as articulators. All the speech organs are known as articulators. Whenever we are going to produce the sounds, we can use the speech organs and we can produce the sounds. Therefore, all these speech organs are considered articulators, we can say that. So the place of articulation refers to the place where the sounds are articulated. Means here, place of articulation refers to the place. Place means speech organ. Speech organs are considered as the places for the sounds to articulate. Therefore, here whatever the part where the sound is going to be articulated, that speech organ refers as place of articulation. So, and there are 9 parts of place of articulation in English. So they are bilabial sounds, we can say that. So there are some sounds are there which are called bilabial sounds. Now we are discussing consonant sounds. We are not discussing vowel sounds. So this is the division of this consonant sounds. So, and I already told you the consonant sounds have been divided into 2 types, like place of articulation and manner of articulation. Now we are discussing the place of articulation. So under place of articulation, we have 9 parts. The first part of place of articulation is bilabial sounds. We have bilabials. So so bilabial means bi means 2, labial means lips. So 2 lips. The sounds which are produced with the help of 2 lips are called bilabial sounds, we can say that. So and there are 4 bilabial sounds in English language. So they are p, b, m, w. So here you see, whenever we are going to produce these 4 sounds, lips are going to, our lower lip is going to touch the upper lip. So here 2 lips, by using these 2 lips, we are going to produce these sounds, so that they are known as bilabial sounds, we can say. Here I would like to tell you one thing, that all consonant sounds give us half sound. So for example, we cannot call it as pa. Pa is a full sound, whereas pu is a half sound, we can say that. So that whenever we are going to produce all 24 consonants individually, so we need to pronounce it like half sound only. So that here sounds which are produced with the help of 2 lips are called bilabial sounds, we can say. So here we have 4 bilabial sounds in English language. So they are p, b, m, w. These 4 sounds are called bilabial sounds. For example, if you see the examples of these bilabial sound, pin, spin, and big, about, and man, calm, and water, wonder. So these are the examples of bilabial sounds. When it comes to next one, so labiodental sounds. Labiodental means, labio means lips, dental means teeth. The sounds which are produced with the help of the lower lip and upper teeth. So, and they are called labiodental sounds. So there are two labiodental sounds in English language. They are f, v, f, v. So whenever we produce these two labiodental sounds, our lower lip needs to touch to the upper teeth, so that like that only we need to produce. Otherwise, pronunciation is very difficult, because all of us know how we pronounce the fa sound. Fa sound we generally produce without using any speech organ, means without using any speech organ, we can say that. So generally we can produce it. But whenever we are going to produce this fa sound, if we need to produce it as our lower lip touches to the upper teeth, then only we will get the real pronunciation of this fa sound. The force will come and the occurrence will come, everything will be included in the pronunciation itself, and automatically we will get the pronunciation when we apply all these rules and regulations in pronunciation. So when it comes to this fa sound, we pronounce it as f, v. When we produce these two labiodental sounds, because these two sounds are articulated at lip and teeth, they are produced with the help of lip and teeth, so upper teeth, so that they are called labiodental sounds. And two labiodental sounds are there. They are fa sound and va sound. Let us see some examples like fill, form, van, vine. So when we produce them, we need to apply those speech organs only here. So let us see next one, dental sounds. Dental means teeth. Sounds which are produced and sounds which are articulated at the teeth, that is called a dental sound. So here you see, so tongue is neutral for everything. Without tongue we cannot speak any sound, we cannot utter any sound. So tongue is neutral, so that we need to focus more on the main part of this speech organ, we can say that. So now we see sounds which are produced with the help of the tip of the tongue and the upper teeth are called dental sounds, because the articulator of the sound is dental teeth, so that they are known as dental sounds. There are two dental sounds in English language. They are like, first sound is th, 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 the, th, the. So now see example words are there. Think, eighth, tha sound, and da sound. Then, weather. So that they are known as, because these two sounds are articulated and these two sounds are produced with the help of lower tip of the tongue and upper teeth. Therefore, they are known as dental sounds. So next one is alveolar sounds. Alveolar is known as, teeth ridge is known as alveolar. Therefore that teeth ridge is known as alveolar. Teeth ridge is called alveolar. So the sounds which are articulated and sounds which are produced with the help of the tip of the tongue and teeth ridge are called this alveolar sounds, we can say that. So, and there are 6 alveolar sounds in English language. They are th, th, d, s, z, n, l. So whenever we are going to produce all these 6 sounds, our tip of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge, we can say. That is called teeth ridge. That means teeth ridge. So that they are known as alveolar sounds. And the examples of those sounds are talk, act, danger, adopt, size, some, zoo, desert, and no, and not, love, life. So these 6 are alveolar sounds. And next one is post-alveolar. Post-alveolar means alveolar is the first one. Post means after. The place which is there after, just above the teeth ridge, that part is called post-alveolar sound. And sounds which are produced with the help of the blade of the tongue. Now we have 5 parts of tongue, and tip of the tongue, blade of the tongue, front of the tongue, middle of the tongue, and back of the tongue. Now we are using the blade of the tongue. So when we are going to produce this palato-alveolar sound, our blade of the tongue touches the just above part of the teeth ridge, so that it is known as post-alveolar sound. So, and there is only one post-alveolar sound in English language. That sound is r, r sound. So that is called ra sound, but we cannot pronounce it like ra. So ra becomes a full sound. So we need to produce it like r. So see, red, great, so such type of words we can write by using the ra sound. And now next one is, so that it is known as palato-alveolar. Next one is, sorry, post-alveolar. Next one is palato-alveolar. So when it comes to this palato-alveolar means the place which is between hard palate and this teeth ridge. Between hard palate and teeth ridge, that place, that part is called palato-alveolar part. So that whenever we are going to produce this palato-alveolar sound, our front part of the tongue touches the place which is between hard palate and this teeth ridge, so that it is known as palato-alveolar sound. It is known as palato-alveolar sound. So, and there are 4 palato-alveolar sounds in English language. They are like s, z, ch, cha sound, z, sh, ij. So these 4 are palato-alveolar sounds, and whenever we are going to produce these 4 sounds, our front of the tongue touches the place which is between the soft hard palate and this teeth ridge. It is known as palato-alveolar sound, we can say that. So when it comes to next one is palatal. Palatal is nothing but hard palate. Palatal is nothing but hard palate. Hard palate means roof of the mouth is known as hard palate. So here palatal sounds means these palatal sounds are produced. So whenever we are going to produce this palatal sound, the middle of the tongue touches the hard palate. Middle of the tongue touches the hard palate, so that it is known as, because the articulator for the palatal sound is hard palate, we can say that. So that it is known as palatal sound. And whenever we are going to produce this palatal sound, our middle of the tongue touches the hard palate. So this symbol gives us ya sound, ya, 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 ya. So whenever we produce this ya sound, so our middle of the tongue touches the hard palate, we can say that. And next one, so this is palatal. Next one, velar sound. Velar. Velam is, I already told you when I explained you regarding this speech organs. I already told you the velum. Velum means soft palate is known as velum. Soft palate is known as velum. So so whenever we are going to produce these velar sounds, our back of the tongue touches the soft palate, we can say that, soft palate. And that articulator for these velar sound is our soft palate, so that they are known as velar sounds. And there are 3 velar sounds in English language. They are k, g, ing, k sound, g sound, ing sound. So the examples like, ka sound, king, speaker, and g sound, go, begin, and ing sound, ring, sing. So I have already given you underline, so where we can replace this sound when we write the words. So now next one is glottal sound. Glottal means I already told you glottis, vocal cords. So whenever we are going to produce this glottal sound, the glottal sound is directly produced from the glottis. So from the vocal cords, that is ha sound, ha. So when you produce ha, directly it comes out from the vocal cord, so that it is known as glottal sound. And there is only one glottal sound in English language, so that is ha. So home, behold, like that kind of words we can use, we can write by using this ha sound. So these 9 are the parts that are related to this place of articulation. Because I already told you, place of articulation, place means speech organs. So according to the speech organs, we are able to name the places for the sounds, we can say. And now let us see manner of articulation. So here manner of articulation refers to the way in which the sounds are produced. So how the air is released when we are going to produce, how the sound is produced from our mouth is known as manner of articulation. So here we have 6 parts under this manner of articulation. So let us see all these 6 parts one by one. So now this is plosives. First one is plosives. So plosive means, we can say that sometimes we can call it explosively. So explosive means sudden, we can say the suddenness. So whenever we are going to produce these plosive sounds, so the air is released suddenly from our mouth. Air is released suddenly. Here we need to see how the air is going to be released when we produce and when we pronounce these sounds. That is taken into consideration. So releasing air is taken into consideration. So now you see whenever we are going to produce these plosive sounds, so the air is released suddenly from the mouth. The sudden release of air is known as plosive sound. Plosive, we can say that. So that they are known as plosive sounds, and there are 6 plosive sounds in English language. That is p sound, b, t, d, k, g. These 6 sounds are plosive sounds, we can say. And the next one. So the sudden releasing of air is called plosive. As the 6 sounds are released by sudden releasing of air, therefore they are known as plosive sounds. So next one is affricates. Affricate sounds. So whenever we are going to produce these affricate sounds, so the air is released slowly from our mouth, so that they are called, affricate sounds. Affricate means slow releasing of air is known as affricate, we can say that. So that is known as affricate. And there are 2 affricate sounds like cha sound, ja sound, ch, z, ch, z. So whenever we are going to produce this ch, z, the air is released slowly from our mouth. The slow releasing of air is known as affricate sounds, we can say. So that is about affricates. Next, when it comes to next one, that is nasal sounds. Nasals, we can say that. So nasals means, whenever we are going to produce these nasal sounds, because we have, 2 passages, like we have 2 passages, like one is oral passage and other one is nasal passage, we can say that. So whenever we are going to produce these nasal sounds, our oral passage is completely closed and the air is released through nasal passage, we can say that. So as the air is going to be released through nasal passage, so these 3 sounds are known as nasal sounds, we can say that. 3 sounds are because ing. So when we produce these 3 sounds, so the oral passage is completely closed and the nasal passage is open and the air is released through the nasal passage. Therefore, they are known as nasal sounds. And there are 3 nasal sounds in English language. They are like ing. These 3 sounds. So that is about nasal. Next one is lateral. So lateral sound. So while producing this the lateral sound, so the tongue constantly stays at the teeth ridge and the air is released from the both sides of the tongue, because la sound is lateral sound, l sound is lateral sound. Whenever we are going to produce l sound, so the tongue stays constantly at teeth ridge and the air is released from the both sides of the tongue very slowly, both sides of the tongue. Therefore, it is known as lateral sound, we can say that. So that there is only one lateral sound in English language, that is l, la sound, we can say. So that is about lateral sound. And when it comes to fricatives, so sounds which are produced, frictional sound. So when we open the windows, like we will get some sound. So such kind of sounds are considered as frictional sound. So when we are going to produce these fricatives, we will get frictional sound. Therefore, they are known as fricative. Produce this f, v, th, d, s, z, sh, j, h. These are the 9 fricative sounds. Whenever we are going to produce these 9 fricatives, so we will get frictional sound, some sort of frictional sound. Therefore, they are called fricatives, we can say that. And there are 9 fricatives in English language. So they are these 9 sounds, we can say that. So next one is approximants. Approximants. The difference between these fricatives and approximants is, so the fricative sounds are produced by frictional sound and these approximants are produced without getting any frictional sounds. Therefore, they are known as approximants, we can say. And there are 3 approximant sounds in English language, like r, ya sound, r, ya sound. So because according to the rule that when we produce these 3 sounds, so we cannot get any friction. Therefore, they are known as approximants, and these 3 are also called semi-vowels also we can say that. So, this is about classification of consonants, classification of consonants. So, as I told you that two parts, place of articulation, manner of articulation, and place of articulation, we have 9 parts, and manner of articulation, we have 6 parts. So, that is about classification of consonant sounds. So, under this, we also need to know about voiced and voiceless sounds, voiced and voiceless sounds, because some people may feel what is the importance of learning these voiced and voiceless sounds. So here I can tell you something, that voiced and voiceless sounds are very, very important for us in order to identify the pronunciation of some words, like, because we can frame plurals by singular words, we can convert singular words into plural by adding s, and we can convert past verb forms, present forms into past form by adding ed. So whenever we are going to identify the plural s rules, plural s pronunciation, and whenever we are going to identify this past tense ed pronunciation, these voiced and voiceless sounds play a very important role. Taking these voiced and voiceless sounds, we can identify how that plural s is pronounced, how this past tense ed is pronounced, we can say that. So, for example, I'll tell you one thing. So whenever it comes to, for example, if you take a fan into consideration, fan, the plural of fan is, by adding that s, we can convert into plural. So when we are going to pronounce, generally in our Indian pronunciation, we pronounce it as like fans, we can say fans. So, but the word, the pronunciation of the word is not fans, because the word fan ends with, na sound. Na is a voiced sound. So whenever, according to the rule, whenever any word ends with a voiced sound, the plural s is pronounced as a z. So fan is pronounced as fans. Fans is pronounced as fans, not fans. We need to pronounce it as fans. So that pronunciation, we can decide that pronunciation follow through the voiced and voiceless sounds only. Therefore, this voiced and voiceless sounds are also play a very important role in identifying the pronunciation of certain words, we can say. So that there is a division like voiced and voiceless sounds among the 44 sounds, and voiced and voiceless sounds are identified follow through the vibration which we get at our vocal cords, we can say that. So whenever we produce these voiced sounds, they are produced by this vibration. So our vocal cords are vibrated, and when we produce these voiceless sounds without vibration, we will produce this. Our vocal cords won't, vibrate while we produce these voiceless sounds. And when we produce these voiced sounds, our vocal cords are vibrated. So that is how we are able to, identify the voiced and voiceless sounds follow through the vibration that we get at our vocal cords. And out of the 44 sounds, 9 are, because we are talking out of the 44 sounds, 9 are voiceless and 35 are voiced. So, 35 are voiced sounds, we can say that. So all these voiceless sounds are from only consonants. All these voiceless sounds are only from consonants. All vowels are voiced, we can say that. So, let us see voiced sounds first. Sounds which are produced by the vibration of the vocal cords are called voiced sounds. And out of the 24 consonants, 15 are voiced. 15 are voiced, and remaining 9 are voiceless, we can say that. Now voiceless sounds, sounds which are produced without getting vibration at our vocal cords are called voiceless sounds. And there are 9 voiceless sounds in English language. These 9 are voiceless sounds in English language. Pa sound, tha sound, ka sound, cha sound, fa sound, tha sound, sa sound, sha sound, and ha sound. These 9 are voiceless sounds, because people may get, and people may not identify easily what are the voiced and voiceless sounds. So that so whenever we find these sounds, we need to consider them as voiceless sounds. Other than whatever the other sound, they are all voiced. Out of the 24 consonant sounds, 15 are voiced, and these 9 are voiceless sounds. And all vowels are voiced. All vowels are voiced. Means here, if you take all 44 sounds into consideration, out of the 44 sounds, 35 sounds are voiced, and 9 sounds are voiceless sounds. All those 9 sounds belong to consonants only. So that is about voiced and voiceless. And when it comes to this, and now let us see three-term label of consonant sound. So because this three-term label may be asked sometimes in exams also, we can say that. And this three-term label includes the following three parts, and we need to say whether it is a voiced or voiceless. The first one, three-term means first term is whether we need to say whether the sound is voiced or voiceless, and then second one is place of articulation, and then third is manner of articulation, place of articulation and manner of articulation. These three include under this in this three-term label, we can say that. For every consonant sound, there is a division of three-term label like this. First, if you take per into consideration, voiceless, bilabial, plausible, because the sound is voiceless sound and it is taken from, it belongs to place of articulation, it belongs to this bilabial, and manner of articulation, it belongs to plausible, so that it is known as voiceless, bilabial, plausible. Bilabial, plausible, bilabial, plausible, and voiced bilabial, plausible. And when it comes to t sound, voiceless, alveolar, plausible, because the sound is voiceless sound. And when it comes to place of articulation, it belongs to alveolar, and articulation, it belongs to plausible. So that is like that for all 24 consonants, we need to divide, we need to say the three-term label in such a way. So some people have idea about this. So when we come across this three-term label, we need to say that whether it is voiced or voiceless, and which part of, whether it is taken from which part of this place of articulation, and it is taken from which part of this manner of articulation. So that is called three-term label. Now let us move on to this vowel sound, classification of vowels. So so what is a vowel? I already told you, vowel sounds are produced in free flow of air without any obstruction. Therefore, they are known as vowel sounds, we can say that. And there are 20 vowel sounds in English. So out of the 20, so 12 are called pure vowels or monophthongs, and 8 are called diphthongs, we can say that. Let me just give you a brief explanation of pure vowels and diphthongs. What is a pure vowel and what is a diphthong, we can say that. A pure vowel, mono means here, and pure vowels are also known as monophthongs. So mono means a single. There is used only one symbol will be there, and that gives us, the single symbol gives us a pure sound. Therefore, it is called monophthong, and it is also known as pure vowels, we can say that. And when it comes to diphthong is a combination of two vowel sounds. Diphthong is a combination of two vowel sounds will be there, but both give a single sound only. Both give a single sound. Di means two. So mono means a single. So see here, diphthong consists of two vowels, but both together give a single sound. When it comes to monophthong, mono means single symbol will be there, and it gives us pure sound, so that it is known as monophthong, we can say that. That is the explanation regarding this pure vowel and monophthong. And now let us see what are the pure vowels that we have in English language. So depending on the parts of the tongue, the pure vowels have been categorized into three types. So categorized into three types depending on the parts of the tongue, because some vowels are called front vowels, some vowels are called central vowels, some vowels are called back vowels. Here, front vowels means sounds which are articulated at the front part of the tongue are called front vowels. And central vowels, vowels which are articulated at the middle part of the tongue are called central vowels, we can say that. And sounds which are articulated, the vowels which are articulated at the back part of the tongue are called back vowels, we can say, back vowels. So back vowels. So here, and the division, according to this division, we have 4 front vowels and 3 central vowels and 5 back vowels. Altogether, how many pure vowels? 12 pure vowels are there. So 12 pure vowels. So according to the categories, so 4 are front vowels, 3 are central vowels, and 5 are back vowels, we can say that. So these 4 front vowels, first symbol is E sound, and second one is E. So here we have short vowels and long vowels, So let me tell you how to identify the short vowels and long vowels. Short vowels a short vowel, it does not contain anything beside that, whereas long vowel contains, every long vowel contains two dots, like a colon dots will be there. So, two dots beside that, follow through the dots, we can identify that is a long vowel. If there is nothing, no dot is there, it is called a short vowel, we can say that. See, first one is E, that is a short vowel. E, that is a long vowel. And third one is A symbol. And this fourth one is Ya symbol. So, these E, A. These four are front vowels, and central vowels A. So these are the, because these three A's are there. So no, these are central vowels, and back vowels, no, oo. So this is long one, oo, and O, no, O. So round, whenever we produce, because the variation that we identify among the R's follow through the lip position, we can say that O, rounded lip, O. And the last one is no, longest sound, we can say that. So these five are long vowels, we can say. These five are back vowels, we can say. So front vowels, central vowels, back vowels. These three parts are divided, depending on the, categorized depending on the part of the tongue. Front part, central part, and back part. So now let us see how we are able to write and how we can use them in words. So front vowels that are articulated at the front part of the tongue are called front vowels, and there are four front vowels in English language. They are, like one by one, let us go through. The first one is E sound, short E sound. And here, we need to see in how many positions the sound occurs in English words. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. It means that there are words in English language in which it occurs in initial position, and there are words in English language in which it occurs in medial position, and there are words in English language in which it occurs in final position also, we can say that. Three positions. So see, example words, it is initial position. Sit, it is medial position. And city, it is final position, we can say that. So that is about E sound, E. And next one, E, long sound, E. So see, it also occurs initially, medially, and finally. Initially, medially, and finally. So let us see some example words. So eat. Whenever we produce, it should be produced like, pronounced like eat. So long vowel, it occurs in initial position. It means that there are words in which it occurs in initial position. There are words in which it occurs in medial position. There are words in which it occurs in final position also, we can say that. Eat. And second one is read, medial position. And third one is he, that is final position, we can say that. So that is about second vowel. So that is E. And next one, third one, A sound, A. So here you see that this sound occurs initially and medially, and it does not occur finally. For your kind information, I would like to tell you one thing, that why is this sound not used in final position? It means that there are no words in English language. Which end with A sound. There are no words in English language which end with A sound. Therefore, this word cannot be used in final position. So that we need to take into keep in our mind. So see, first word, it occurs initially and medially. It does not occur finally. It means that there are no words in English language in which it occurs in final position. So see, end, initial position, send. So end, beginning of the word starts with A, end, send. Say it medial position, send, we can say that. So that is about E. And now the fourth one is A sound, A. So it occurs initially and medially. It does not occur finally. Here also, there are no words in English language in which it occurs in final position, and which end with this a sound in English language, we can say that. So examples: axe, 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 that initially it occurs, and bat, 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 cat, rat, whatever we take, so that is in medial position, we can say that. So that is about this. These four are front vowels. Those four are front vowels. Now let us see central vowels. Vowels that are articulated at the middle part of the tongue are called central vowels, and there are 3 central vowels in English language. So no, they are, now let us see those 3 one by one. So this a sound, this is it is pronounced like in a shortcut manner, so it occurs initially and medially, and it does not occur finally, we can say that. So it means here also this sound its sound is not used in final position, because there are no words in English language in which it occurs in final position, we can say that. There are no words where we find this a sound in final position. So now see, let us see the examples words: up, up, and second one medial initial position, and medial position is cup, cup, cup. So up, cup. So it should come like a cutting manner. So that is called, this is that a. And next one, second one means sixth one. So this is a. So clearly we produce it like a short a. No, clearly we pronounce it like a. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. Initially, medially, and finally. So this a sound occurs in initial position, medial position, and in final position also, because there are words in which it occurs in initial position, and there are words in which it occurs in medial position, and there are words in which it occurs in final position in English language. So now you see first one, about, 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 and second one is medial position, mother, 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 and third one is father, father, father. So final position, we can say that. So this is about this a sound. So longer, no longer, so it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So we will write this kind of words by using this earth, because here also there are words in which it occurs in initial position, there are words in which it occurs in medial position, and final position also, we can say that. So earth, 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 ra sound is silent here, earth. And girl, girl, here also ra sound is silent. So here we can say earth, initial position, girl, medial position, oh. So because here error, we can say that. So error is a noun form, and the verb form of error is so it is pronounced like one. We can consider it as initial and final also, we can, because r is silent there, therefore it is treated as o. So this is about this vowel, long vowel r sound. These are the back vowels. Back vowels. So see here, vowels that are articulated at the back part of the tongue are called back vowels, and the right back vowels in English, they are, because sometimes exams also, and sometimes we were asked, how many front vowels, how many central vowels, and how many back vowels are there, and like that also. So now let us see these back vowels. So first one is oo sound, oo. So it occurs initially, only initially, and it does not occur. It occurs medially only. It occurs medially only. It does not occur initially, and except the preposition to, it does not occur finally to, we can say that. So here it means that it only occurs in medial position, because there are only words in which the woo sound occurs in medial position, and we do not have in English language the words, we do not have where it occurs in initial position, and we do not have words in which it occurs in final position, but only the preposition to, we can use it in medial position, in final position, we can say that. So now see examples: book, book. So book, it is short woo sound, book, and cook, such type of words are there, and for only the preposition to, we can use in final position. Other than that, no word is there which ends in O sound, we can say that. So like that, this sound is used in English. Whoosh, whoosh. Like we cannot whoosh. We can say whoosh, long whoosh, and initial position whoosh is medial position whoosh, final position whoosh sound. So and when it comes to this is o. So our lip position will be rounded when we produce this o sound. This is o. So it occurs initially and medially. It does not occur finally. Here also there are no words in English in which this sound occur in final position. We can say that. So now you see examples: ox, 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 box, ox, box. So o sound. So whenever we write this type of words, we need to use this o sound. Ox, box. And now next one is o, because this symbol I didn't find that in internet as because previously I explained on central vowel. So I have kept it like that, but it is like opposite C symbol and 2 dots must be there. So that is called o. So this also occurs initially, medially, and finally. So here we can see some words like ought. We cannot say ought. We can say ought. First one is short sound, and this one is long sound. Ought, brought, law. We can say that. So initial position, medial position, and final position. It can be used in 3 positions also. We can say that. And the last one of pure vowel is that is ah. So longest ah sound among all ahs. This is the longest ah sound. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. Here also words are there in initial position and medial position and final position. We can say that. So see when you pronounce this art. So we need to use that longest ah. Art, because r sound is silent here, so that it is pronounced as art. And next one part. So here also r is silent, so we need to pronounce it like part. And the third one is ka. R is silent, so that we need to pronounce it as ka. So these are all the 12 pure vowel sounds that we have in phonetics language. And by using all these sounds, we need to write the words and we need to pronounce the words in such a way. And at this context only we can use. We need to know whether it is used initially, medially, or finally or not. That we need to keep in our mind. And according to that, we need to pronounce. And next, let us move on to this diphthongs. So as I told you, that diphthong is a combination of 2 pure vowel sounds in which a vowel glides. Glides means sliding, we can say that, in which a vowel glides from one position to another position and give us single sound. Both 2 symbols will be used. Both together give us single sound, we can say that. And there are 8 diphthongs in English language. They are, see first one, a. So whenever we are going to pronounce it, we need to get the sound like a. So a sound and e sound. So it should be like a single sound. The a sound glides to e. So the gliding will be like that, a. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. And the examples words like eight. When we produce this 8, this diphthong a occurs in initial position, and medial position gain. So when we produce this word gain, so it occurs in medial position. And generally play, we pronounce it like play, but the pronunciation is not like play. We need to pronounce it like play. For example, if it's a day, it's not day. We need to pronounce it like day. So like that we need to pronounce. So this is because I have already underlined where this sound occurs in those words when we write those words and when we transcribe those words into phonetics language. So next one, first second, next one, next diphthong, second diphthong is oi, oi, oi. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So here we take this type of words, ice, ice. So when we are going to pronounce the word ice, so the diphthong occurs in initial position, ice, and sight, sight, and medial position, sight, sa, a, e, sight. So it gives a single sound. It looks like a single sound. So it is not. We are not going to pronounce individually a and e separately. A, e. We cannot say sa, eat. We can say sight, sight. The gliding must be there. So and the next one is die, die. So initial position, medial position, and final position we can see. The third one is oi, oi, oi. So first one is I. This one is oi. Lip position should be rounded here. We can say that oi. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So let us see the example words. So oil, oil. So when we produce this word oil, it occurs in initial position. This diphthong occurs in initial position. Oil. And when you produce this next second one, boil, so it occurs in medial position. Boil, boil. And when you produce this boy, generally we produce it as boy, but the pronunciation is boy, boy, boy. It's not boy, it's boy. So here these are the words how we use this oi in English words and all. And next fourth one is ow. So this ow diphthong, it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So generally we have a word like we pronounce it like over, but it's not over. Whenever we pronounce it, we need to pronounce it like our. So its pronunciation is our. So so here when we are going to produce this word our, so it occurs in initial position, and second one is about. So when we produce this about, it occurs in medial position, about. And when we produce this go, generally we pronounce it in India, we pronounce it like go, but its pronunciation is go. We cannot say I go, we need to say I go. So like that we need to pronounce. So this is the fourth diphthong. And the fifth one is, this is so lip, round lip, not awu. This is so it also occurs initially, medially, and finally. So so see out, boat, and cow. So whenever we are going to produce this first out, we get it in initial position. Boat, we get it in medial position. Cow, lip position should be rounded. Cow, that occurs in final position, we can say that. So next one is ea. So sixth diphthong is ea. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So here we are going to see the example words here. So ear, ear, it is pronounced like ear. So ea. So initial position. And the word serious, whenever we are going to pronounce it, like we need to produce it like serious. It must be in place of that underlined place. We need to get this ear. Serious, not serious. So and final position, fear. It's not fear. R is silent, so it should be pronounced like fear. So initial position, medial position, and final position. So next one is ua. So ia. Next one is, seventh one is ua. So ua is also a diphthong sound. So it occurs medially and finally. It does not occur initially, because there are no words in English language in which it occurs in initial position, we can say that. Therefore, it cannot be used in initial position. So see, during. So when you say during, it comes in middle position, and poor, 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 final position, we can say that. And next one is eighth one, last diphthong. This is, AR. Its symbol is somewhat, somewhat confused here. A sound. It's like our small e sound. AR. It is called AR, and it is pronounced as AR. So it occurs initially, medially, and finally. So whenever we are going to pronounce the words, so it is used in initial position and medial position and final position also, we can say. See, for example, whenever we produce air, we can produce it like air, but it's not air. We can pronounce it like air. So air, initial position, and then careful. Generally, we produce it like careful. It's not careful. We need to pronounce it like careful. No, R is silent here. Careful. And the third one means final one is, that is care. CARE. It's not care. It is care. We can say that care. So these are the 44 sounds that we have in phonetics language. So whenever we are going to form, or whenever we are going to transcribe the English word is into phonetics language, so we need to follow these with these sounds. And whenever we are going to identify the sounds with the pronunciation of particular words, even in dictionary also, when we refer the dictionaries for the pronunciation purpose, so one side it is written in our general English spelling which given, and another side the word is also transcribed into that phonetics transcription also, the word is given. So follow through the transcription, phonetics transcription, we are able to identify how the word is pronounced. The spelling is different, pronunciation is different. As I told you, that we are facing a lot of problems with pronunciation, because all our Indian people, whenever they go abroad, so or whenever they talk to the other country people, they are unable to understand what they are unable to understand what the foreigners are going to speak, and we are unable to understand what we are unable to what they are speaking, and they are unable to understand what we speak. If the language is the same, but because of lack of pronunciation, we are facing a lot of problems here in pronunciation and language in communicating with other country people. So that with the help of this phonetics language, we are able to pronounce, and we are able to learn how the accurate pronunciation we need to gain, and we can pronounce the accurate pronunciation of English language, means the native pronunciation of British English language. So these are all very important. Thank you, everyone. This is about today's session, today's topic, that is introduction to phonetics. So as it is very, very important thing, we all need to learn also for pronunciation purpose, we can say. Thank you so much for listening to this session. So over to Maheepathi Talks, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. No, it was wonderful. Like, no, you had a lot of energy, sir. Really, I appreciate your energy, the way you spoke. All if 44 sounds, you made it possible, and the way you explained
Yes,
was
sir.
awesome. I can say that. Thank you so much for that. And if there are any queries, we'll take one or two queries before we end the program session. I
Sure.
request if somebody has got any queries, they can ask. Any queries are there, we can ask. To chat also, so that we'll be able to clarify. And I am happy that everybody is sharing. Thank you very much. Okay. You can stop sharing your screen, sir. Viranjan, sir.
What is that, sir?
You can stop sharing the screen. No doubts. Nobody's asking any clarifications. It was a wonderful session, so you made it clear. So you can stop sharing the screen. Your
I'm not
screen is
sharing,
being
sir.
shared.
So let's stop. Visible, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can stop sharing the screen.
Stop, sir.
Still, it is visible, sir.
So it may be some problem, sir. Technical issue.
That's fine. That's fine. No issues. No issues. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Veeranjaneyulu sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful session. Which is very important because neutral accent, and you gave a lot of articulation and where and how, manner of articulation, point of articulation. These are all things which are very important for everyone. And I thank you very much, and thanks to you for your session. And I hope that the people who are watching on YouTube and they'll be learning and they'll be making it. You know that the most important thing is that practice is very important, and I hope that they'll practice and they'll improve their presentation skills. And I especially thank you, Veeranjaneyulu sir, for making this session more informative and practical. Thank you so much, sir.
Good evening, sir. Are these videos available in YouTube, sir? Today's video.
They are available on YouTube.
Okay. So next time it is easy to watch it.
Yeah.
So
Anybody
learn
can watch
easily.
anytime, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank
And
you.
I thank all the participants, today's participants who have been here, actually participated, everyone, Ali, Ashraf sir and Chandrasekhar sir, Krishnaveni ma'am, Nekkanti Srinivas sir, everyone, thank you so much. I once again thank Veeranjaneyulu sir for the.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it is really nice session, sir. We are so satisfied with this, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.